When life is going well for us, it's easy to maintain our Christian walk. But when trouble comes, it can be challenging. Remember the early Christians who faced persecution? Some were thrown into the arena with lions, while others were put to death. And yet they held firm in their faith because they knew who they served. Today, many Christians face different challenges, but equally difficult. In this video, we will see how 3 Christians overcame huge problems by trusting in God. Before we dive in, please remember to hit that subscribe button and like this video if you enjoy it. Also, share it with your friends and family so they can learn how these Christians triumphed over adversity. With that said, let's begin. No. 1. Helen Viola. Helen Viola always felt different from her peers. While other kids chased earthly pleasures, she desired a life of service to God. However, her spiritual journey took an unexpected turn when she fell gravely ill at age 16. Doctors discovered that she had both hepatitis B and cancer, a rare occurrence. They gave her only 6 months to live and told her that even a liver transplant wouldn't help. Her parents were devastated. How could their daughter die so young and full of potential? But Helen wasn't scared. She'd placed her trust in Jesus. Her faith was unwavering. Her mother, who was an atheist, couldn't understand Helen's calmness in the face of death. One night, Helen experienced severe stomach pain and went into a coma. Her mother prayed for the first time in her life, asking God to save her daughter. The next morning, Helen woke up feeling better than she had in months. The doctors were stunned. They couldn't explain it. Helen continued to improve, and after 9 months, they removed the tube connected to her stomach, which she hadn't needed for over 6 months. She ate normally for the first time since her illness. After 13 months, she was declared cancer-free. What doctors couldn't do, God did. Her story highlights the power of putting your trust in Jesus, no matter what you're facing. Now, for more uplifting stories, stay tuned. Let's move forward. Number 2. Amy and Mitch. Amy and Mitch's love story is truly inspiring. When they met, Amy was already blind, but she had a positive outlook on life. She never let her blindness define her. Mitch was captivated by her cheerful spirit, and soon they were inseparable. After dating for a while, they decided to get married. However, their happiness was short-lived. Mitch was diagnosed with a brain tumor, and Amy, being the loving and supportive partner she is, cared for him day and night. She never complained, even when Mitch's condition worsened. One day, Mitch underwent surgery to remove the tumor, but it was a botch. It spread to healthy parts of his brain and he suffered a stroke. The doctor informed them that Mitch would never wake up again. Unable to accept this fate, Amy spent the night praying, begging God to perform a miracle. In the morning, she noticed that Mitch's hands and feet were moving. Was it a miracle, or just her hope playing tricks on her? But then Mitch's eyes opened. He was miraculously fine. Although the tumor was still there, the surgery hadn't affected him at all. The couple credits their faith in God for Mitch's recovery. This story shows how prayer and faith can work miracles in our lives. If you agree, leave a comment below. Let's keep going. Number 3. The House of Prayer in Nigeria. In Nigeria, there is a place called the House of Prayer, also known as the City of David. This place holds a special meaning for Christians around the world. On December 2014, a group of worshipers gathered here. Their leader, Pastor Chris Omatsola, told them about a vision he had received from God. He instructed them to fast and pray, saying that something extraordinary would happen. Everyone agreed, but no one could have imagined what was about to transpire. As they fasted and prayed, God began to work in mysterious ways. People started experiencing profound changes. Some who had been sick for years were instantly healed. Others who had struggled with addiction found themselves set free. Even those who had lost hope in their relationships experienced reconciliation. Word spread quickly about the amazing things happening at the House of Prayer, drawing thousands of people from different parts of the country. They came with various problems, hoping for a miracle. God continued to work, healing the sick and bringing people together. It was a time of spiritual awakening, joy, and above all, faith. This story reminds us that no matter what we're going through, we should always turn to God in prayer and fasting. Who knows? We might just witness a miracle. Number 4. Sindhuja Rani. Sindhuja Rani's battle against cancer was long and tough. Despite undergoing surgery and chemotherapy, her condition didn't improve. Doctors gave her a grim prognosis, saying that even if she survived, she would need another surgery and radiation therapy. But Cindy refused to give up. She turned to God in prayer, asking for a miracle. Her faith was tested every day as she endured the pain and isolation of her treatment. But she held on to the belief that God had a plan for her. Cindy's husband and friends supported her throughout, helping her maintain a positive attitude. They organized prayer meetings and asked others to pray for her recovery. Cindy's story isn't just about surviving cancer, it's about the strength of her faith and the support of her loved ones. Through it all, she never lost hope in God's plan for her life. In the end, Cindy's story shows that faith can sustain us during tough times. We shouldn't ever give up on God's promises. Instead, we should hold on to them tightly, just like Cindy did. Number 5. The leper. A man with leprosy came to Jesus seeking help. Leprosy is a terrible disease that can cause big sores on the skin, making people look scary. You can imagine how this man felt, sick and alone. But Jesus showed him great compassion. Instead of being disgusted by the man's sores, Jesus touched him and said, "I want to heal you." Immediately, the leprosy went away and the man was cured. This story teaches us that Jesus cares for everyone, no matter how sick or how they might look. He wants to heal us and set us free from our suffering. Number 6. The woman who had a fever. Once, Jesus went to a village where a woman with a high fever was very sick. The people begged him to help her, so he laid his hands on her head and the fever left her. This story tells us that Jesus has the power to heal us from any sickness. We don't have to be afraid when we are sick. We can ask Jesus for help because he wants to make us feel better. Number 7. Blind Bartimaeus. Bartimaeus was a blind beggar who lived by the road. One day he heard that Jesus was nearby. So he shouted, "Jesus, Son of David, have mercy on me." At first, Jesus didn't immediately heal Bartimaeus, but kept asking him to have faith. This may seem unfair, but Jesus wanted Bartimaeus to understand that he had to believe in Jesus' power to heal him. Finally, Jesus said, "Receive your sight. Your faith has saved you." And immediately, Bartimaeus could see. This story teaches us that sometimes we need to believe in Jesus' power before we can receive our miracle. Our faith should be strong, just like Bartimaeus. Number 8. Jairus' daughter. Jairus was a man who worked for the synagogue. He asked Jesus to come and heal his little girl who was very sick. When they got to his house, Jesus healed the girl and she started playing. This story shows that Jesus loves children and wants to heal them. No matter how sick they are, we shouldn't lose hope, but instead call on Jesus for help. As we conclude this video, let's remember that whatever challenges we face, we can overcome them with God's help. These stories are not just tales from the past, but guides for our lives today. May they inspire us to seek God in times of trouble and to never lose faith in His promises. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for watching.